Welcome to today's conversation. My name is Makena Kimani. This is the Kena Dance Center. And today's conversation, or today's episode, today's video is very special because our guest is not only a super talented dancer and dance instructor, but she also is like one of my very first college dancer friends. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, Ariadna is her name. I don't think I said that, but Ariadna is her name. Tell us a bit about yourself apart from what I've met. Or you could say that also and kind of add on.
Okay, yeah. So hi everyone. My name is Ariadna, but I usually go by Ari because I know a lot of people cannot pronounce it as well, like Makena, that she knows how to pronounce it.
I thought you were saying I don't know how. I was like, I've been saying your name wrong this whole time. Okay,
No, you said it correct.
Okay.
But I usually go by Ari. So like Makena was saying, we met through dance, but my dance journey actually started in high school. I went to Las Vegas Academy of the Arts for music, and then they had dance PE, which was so you could get your dance credit, not your dance credit, your PE credit. Through dance. So I took that, and that's kind of how it started. I had always loved dancing, but I was able to like actually practice it there. Right. It wasn't like a daily thing, so even though I still got technique and stuff, I didn't have like a formal training. Right. Like, you usually do. Around middle and high school, I actually was a musician. Okay. Actually, before that, my very first instrument was the accordion, because I thought I was signing up for piano lessons, but they were like, "It's okay, you still kind of have a piano, and that'll help you." So I was like, "Okay, perfect, amazing." So I learned how to play that, and then I got to middle school. In band, I chose that I wanted to play saxophone, but before you got to playing saxophone, you had to play the clarinet. So the first half of the year, I played the clarinet. Okay. And then I was also in orchestra, and I played that upright bass. I originally wanted to play the cello. Yeah, I originally wanted to play the cello, but first day they were like, "Oh, it's just an instrument," and I was like, "Oh, I've never heard of the bass." Right. So let me play the bass on the first day, and then I can switch to the cello. No. They were like, first day instrument, that's the one that you're getting for the rest of your career, basically. Okay. So I got stuck with the bass. I mean, I say stuck, but I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I originally wanted to play the cello because that's the instrument I was most familiar with besides the violin. Yeah. And I wanted to do music throughout my middle and high school years. But I eventually was like, this is not for me. Right. I stopped playing the bass in my freshman year, which is grade 9. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how the system works over there, so
we understand.
Okay. So I stopped playing there, but I continued with the saxophone in band, and I graduated with that. I went to CSN, College of Southern Nevada, where I met Makena. I went in as a psychology major, and then
I didn't know that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then eventually I saw how the program was going to be laid out. It was a lot of online classes, which, I did not personally enjoy. I'm more of an in-person kind of learner. Yeah. So, I mean, I can still do online courses, and I actually teach online. But I enjoyed the human interactions of that. So I was like, I don't know if I can do that. And, I was very inspired by dancing, dancing with other people. So I decided to switch my major to get to my Associate of Arts degree and my dance certificate. So I started with that journey. That's where I met Makena. Yeah. I actually met her my first semester, and it was great. Yeah. we like clicked immediately. Right.
And I was thinking about this on the way here. We literally did all the auditions together. Yes. Did different gigs together, which was very fun. So just the first experience of getting into the dance industry here in Las Vegas is where we are now, and this is cool because most of the guests we've had are Kenyan, and so this is cool to have a different perspective for you guys. For a dancer who's in Vegas and see what the life is like. Okay, keep going.
Yes. Oh, and since you were saying that, they're mainly Kenyan, I'm Mexican.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool.
I was born in Mexico, but I've been raised in Las Vegas since I was 7 years old. Yeah. So this is my hometown. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we, like Makena was saying, we went on a lot of auditions, which made me more confident in going into them. I think if I didn't have her there, just beginning in my dance journey, I don't think I would have done a lot of those auditions. I mean, we didn't go through everyone, but I think it kind of made us a little delusional.
Yeah, we just kept going. We're just like, let's just try.
Yeah, and it actually helps. So if you're just starting your
confidence.
Yeah. So if you're just starting your dance journey, or even if you're already like a pro and like just going to more auditions, I think having a dance friend to go with on auditions is really helpful.
Right.
Like I said, it kind of makes
you very bold.
Yeah, it makes you bold. I like to say delusional, but it makes you bold. You know? Like. And like this has been my philosophy since like the beginning. I've never really been one to like be really down when I don't get an audition. Okay. I'm just like, it's a free class. Free class. It's a free class. Yes. So I think we kind of learned that together. You know, just having fun during auditions. Even though I mean it is nerve-wracking no matter what audition it is, but you know, just try to look at it in the positive side no matter what. Yeah. Whether you get it or not, and you know sometimes you get it. Yeah. Which is great. Right. Yeah. So yeah, after that I went
before you, so when you started at LVA, the PE dance was what style was that? Or was it like a mix of everything?
It was a mix of, I want to say almost everything, because we didn't take actual ballet technique. Okay. Because like I said, that was more for like the dancers who were there to dance. Yeah, the majors.
And LVA is Las Vegas
Academy of the Arts. Okay. Yeah, so it was mainly like a lot of jazz, I want to say. Jazz, stage performance, all of that good stuff. Okay. I mean, you got a little bit of each thing, but obviously that was the main thing. Yeah, we were not there for like the whole week, so you know it was limited. Like,
so that's what made you like think, maybe dance is a thing I want to do. Yeah. Wow, just that.
Well, I had always loved dancing, and I hadn't like really connected the dots. But even if you look at my childhood videos, I was always dancing and always performing. Like my sister and I would like literally like make performances for my parents. Yeah.
I love it.
And we would like learn the choreographies. Yeah. Like I would be like, okay, you need to lift me here.
No way, not lift.
Yes. And like when High School Musical 3 came out, we had our robes and we were like, you know, everything. So like I've always been like a production, like even if it was just literally for my two parents.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to go above and beyond.
Yes, we have to choreograph, we have to like know the songs, we have the costumes. Yeah, so like I've always been like everything, like performing, and I didn't even realize it. But so, you know, I was surrounded by people who grew up dancing, and I didn't. I took a different path, still in the arts, but you know, it was not dance. Yeah. So going into CSN, I was a little afraid of that. Thankfully, it was Kelly.
Right. Kelly was like the program director.
Yeah. Rest in peace. You know, he has unfortunately already passed, but. Yeah, he was a very big part of my dance journey. He was definitely a mentor. Yeah. You know, he was crazy. Yeah. In a good way, but you know, he was. But he was like, coming to dance to both of us. Right. And, you know, he, like I said, he was a mentor, and I love learning. So everything, like every correction he gave me, I mean, not only him, but like Carrie, which is another dear mentor. I took that to like, okay, I need to apply it to myself to like really advance. And I remember this, so this thing like Kelly was like, you are a good dancer because you actually like take all the corrections that I gave you and you apply them. And I was like, oh wow, okay, great. Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah. So I was like, okay, that's great to know that, you know,
he can see that. Yeah, he can recognize that.
Yeah, so it was really great. That was like one of the best compliments I've ever gotten.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
You know? Yeah, I remember that. It's like a core memory for me. Yeah. Oh, so cool. I remember that very distinctly because yes, I like knew that I was like trying to apply it, but you know,
it's nice to get that acknowledgement also.
Yes, exactly.
So who would you say inspires you as a dancer?
I mean, there's so many people that inspire me, not only like in my personal life, but just as artists. I mean, Martha Graham has been one of like my biggest inspirations. You know, obviously like Nikolai, all of those techniques that I learned.
These are all like modern gurus. Yeah, she's mentioning.
I'm with Nikolai, you know, Murray, like all of them. But definitely one of my favorite techniques has been Graham, and I've been fortunate enough to take some classes of Graham. But yeah, those are kind of like the main dancers that I have looked up to. Obviously, you know, even like Missy Copeland, she was a big inspiration for me back in high school.
Oh, okay.
Because even though I did not want to be a ballerina, you know, I was so inspired by her story.
Yeah.
And like her being like so diverse, not only like obviously her race, but also like the way she danced.
Right.
And how she spoke about all of these things. Yeah. A lot of like dancers of color, I feel. Like Alvin Ailey, definitely. Oh, I love Allie's work.
Right.
Yeah. You know, you have other dancers like Sagan Glover. I fell in love with tap dancing because of him, because of Happy Feet. Because I watched that movie and I was like, how are they making the noise? And I had like the actual DVD, so I had behind the scenes on how they did that. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And you were in Broadway in the Hood, right?
I was,
Yeah, we got to meet him during that time. I always tell people this story, and I always feel like so alone because like I'm like nobody else was there right now, and then you were. So that's amazing. Yeah, we got to meet him, watch his rehearsal, which it was really great. But in my personal life, I mean, definitely Kelly, Carrie have been mentors for me. I think I also get a lot of like push from my mom.
Okay.
She has been a big inspiration because she has always told me to chase after my dreams. When I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to stay with psychology or switch my major. You know, I was like, I feel insecure because I don't have that training that other dancers have. And she's like, if you're really passionate about it, just go for it. And, you know, she encouraged me to just do what I wanted to do while obviously being responsible and like actually like working hard for it.
I like that you got that support. So do you feel like that's something that you had from beginning, or it kind of had to grow on her?
No, my mom has always been very supportive. My parents, my dad was an artist back in Mexico. He was a little bit like, I don't know if you should pursue that at the beginning. He was like, it could be like a side thing, but he eventually got on board. It didn't take him long. Like I said, he's always been like proud of me being in the arts with music. He's always loved the saxophone, and I got to play the saxophone. So he's always been also very encouraging in that area. And you know, I think I'm very lucky as a daughter of like immigrants and being an immigrant myself. I think it's really amazing that I got parents that support me in my art, because you know, a lot of the times, you know, parents, especially immigrant parents, are like, you have to go to like engineering or be a doctor,
lawyer, something. Okay, similar. It's a similar experience we have in Kenya as well. You're an instructor as well.
Yes.
What do you teach, and do you enjoy it compared to dancing and performing?
Okay, so this is I don't want to say a funny story, but kind of.
Okay.
I never imagined myself as an educator, actually. Okay. I've always had really bad social anxiety, and like giving presentations and anything like that, it would literally send me to panic. So then after graduating from the university, I went to UNLV because I didn't get to finish that, but yes.
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I eventually went to UNLV after dancing at CSN. That's the University of Nevada here in Las Vegas. I graduated from that.
Graduated with?
With my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance Performance and Choreography and a Pilates certificate.
Wow!
So that was really great. It was different because I was only there for a couple of years since, you know, I transferred. And it was like right where, you know, I got like one full semester of regular classes, and then I was in the middle of the semester, and then that's when the lockdown happened. So it was different. It was hard for me. Like I said, I was not used to online classes, and that's what we had to transfer to. And I had to kind of like adjust to that. But during that time, I was taking dance for the camera, and with COVID and all of those things happening, I really dove into that art, and that's actually another passion of mine right now. Dance for the camera, filming, being behind the scenes, being, you know, dancing in front of it. So yeah, that's been really great. But going back to going into being an educator, after graduating from UNLV, I was like, I'm still working at Target. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I'm gonna go on auditions and all of these things, but I didn't have a dance job secured after that. So I was still working at Target. I did a dance intensive online, which I was really excited about. It was like a week after graduation.
Right.
You know, I always stay busy, never a day off, which is not healthy. You have to take days off. I have learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so from graduating from UNLV, you know, I kept myself busy. But like I said, I didn't have a regular, you know, dance job. I was like, I'm gonna audition, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, in the meantime, I didn't have anything besides working at Target, you know, because I had started that as a part-time job to kind of like help me throughout school. Yeah, so I was still working at Target during that same year. And then one of the alumni from UNLV, I don't remember what class she graduated in, but, you know, obviously on the older side. Well, not older. She's not old. Not like that, but she was old. She's older than me.
Yeah.
She has her own studio here in the city. And she posted, "Hey, I'm looking for teachers, mainly teachers for like our youth program, which was like the little ones, starting at 2 years old."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I don't have a dance job right now, but I would like one, but I'm also terrified of teaching." And like, well,
and kids.
Yeah, especially because I had worked with like people my age to choreograph. So in a way, it was kind of like teaching, but not really. I wasn't like teaching technique. I was teaching choreography. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. You know, like I said, like I've always had really bad social anxiety.
Yeah.
But even with my anxiety, like I've gone for things. You know, like I went for a dance career, even though I have like basically zero background. You know, like I like to go for things even if I'm scared. So that's a note.
Wow.
You know, just go for it. Just go for it. Yeah. Even if you're scared, like
do it.
Just do it. The point is to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me email her, blah, blah. We set up an interview. I thought it went really great. I guess it did because, you know,
I thought you were going to say it didn't go great.
No, yes. I guess it did because, you know, they called me back. They were like, hey, we want to, like, see you in the studio, like, how you work with the kids, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, a trial run, they just kind of, like, put me in the class with another teacher, and I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I've never really worked with kids. I mean, I've had like interactions, but not like, teaching them, instructing them, and I kind of saw like the flow of it and all that good stuff, and I got more comfortable with it, and I was like, okay, good, and I opened up a little bit more, and I was like, hopefully that was okay, and all of a sudden like I was already like an employee. So they were like, okay, here's your contract, blah blah blah. I mean, not the same day, but you know they were
eventually.
And it was almost immediately. Actually, I don't remember if it was the same day or not, but it was offered to me pretty quickly, which I was really thankful about. And that was back in the fall of 2021.
Okay.
Amazing.
What were you teaching? What style were you teaching?
I was teaching ballet, tap, and sometimes I would do older classes. For a little bit, I did a little bit of jazz and stuff, and ballet for adults. But my main focus was the youth program. So starting at 2 years old, I would do ballet, tap. I also did acro.
I remember.
For the little ones. So it was pretty fun. And right now I'm also with the Smith Center. That one is a little bit more theater based. But it's a new social emotional program. So we go to Title I schools, and those are for like underprivileged students. We mainly teach them like how to regulate their emotions, how to deal with their trauma, because they're more trauma prone, being in that community. And we teach that through the arts, and specifically through theater. We give them scripts that talk about certain emotions and how characters deal with them. So it's pretty cool. It's a really nice program. And because the Smith Center knows that I have my dance background and my music background, they kind of like give me some freedom to like also incorporate that. So it's really awesome. I really enjoy it. I teach kinder through fifth. So it's a lot of students. I think the last 2 years I've taught throughout the year like maybe 600 students.
Wow.
So it's a lot of students, but it's really rewarding. So
I think that's really cool that you're able to use like the performing arts to make a change in that way in their lives. So I think that's really cool. So I really enjoy it. Like I said, I started teaching at the studio, and I fell in love with teaching. Ever since then, I'm like, I love being an educator. And when I saw the listing on the Smith Center, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really terrifying, but like I said, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it because
actually for regular teaching artists. So they do Disney musicals in school, and that's what I was going to do. And I did the interview. It went really well, and they were like, we're not going to offer you this just yet, the regular teaching artist, because we have a new program coming in.
Okay.
Are you willing to wait?
Yeah.
So we can get everything finalized. And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, I was still working at Target, and I had additionally started working at the dance office at UNLV, being an office assistant. So that actually was pretty cool because it taught me a lot of things on the computer.
Yeah.
So that was a new skill I developed during that time.
Yeah.
So it was pretty great. And then this year, I started teaching at UNLV as a part-time instructor online. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I think that's so cool. I don't know if you recognize how cool that is. Like teaching in a university that you went to.
So through the Smith Center, because we are around so much trauma and all of those things, they try to do a lot of like master classes for us as educators, especially dealing with trauma. We had one really great teacher being like, I think she taught like a lot of poetry and all of those things. She was like, let's take a moment to be like, what are you proud of? Like looking back at your life, what has been one of your proudest moments? And I was like, I don't really look back, or I don't like really take the time to like acknowledge everything that I've done. Yeah. And I think now I've been better at it because I used to just always be on the go. Right. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? It's pretty cool.
It is. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's like
a big deal.
Yeah. That I'm teaching like with the Smith Center, that I was able to have this studio job, and now that I'm teaching at UNLV. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I really have to like just take that moment for myself to be like, I can be proud of myself for achieving these things through my hard work. Right. Yeah.
Could you share one of your most memorable moments of your journey so far?
Oh, I mean, I think getting the Smith Center job was one of those.
Because it's like you're changing lives. It's not just fun and games.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, I don't want to say like it was like my first big girl job, but it kind of was. Yeah. I mean, I had Target, you know, not that it's not a real job, but like it was like my big girl job in my career.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like what you're choosing to pursue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the studio also, same thing, like I love doing it, but you know, it was also like part-time, you know, and this was my first full-time job. And it was related to what I love doing, teaching, and also like just being in the arts. I've always said like, I maybe, I don't know if I should say this or not, like out loud into the universe, but I keep saying it. Yeah. Like, it does not matter what path I go through as long as I'm in the arts. Yeah. Like, it's gonna be super fulfilling for me. Yeah. And I think because of that mentality, that has gotten me those opportunities. Like, even though like I was terrified of teaching, like I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. It's still, you know, dancing. It's still being able to share that art with others. Yeah. I think that has led me to these paths. So definitely one of those big moments that I was like, okay, wow, I'm working for the Smith Center. Yeah. Wow. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, there's been other highlights. I mean, you were there for a CinemaCon, like being able to see like Hugh Jackman. I was obsessed with Hugh Jackman back then, but I mean, still a big fan. But you know, my 19-year-old non-developed brain was like, oh my gosh.
That was fine.
Yeah, and it was a really great time, and being able to see that.
Sorry, I keep hitting her.
No, you're good. Just being able to showcase my work. Yeah. Another really proud moment. Yeah. When I was still at UNLV during like the whole lockdown time, you know, they were still trying to keep the arts alive, and I applied for this dance festival and got accepted, and then the university wanted to also showcase my work, not just like in the dance department, but in this other special that they had, and I was like, wow. And you know, I had my instructors being like, Ari, that was amazing, and I was like, what? I'm being perceived. And I was like,
in a very positive way.
Yeah, for my work, like that's amazing. Just being able to like be like, okay, yes, I can do this as a choreographer and as someone who's getting into film specifically for the camera. Those things have kept me going, and you know, like I said, I've had more time to like reflect and be like, you can be proud of yourself for the things that you have accomplished. So yeah, like I said, like in the moment, like it felt great, but then I was like, okay, next thing. Yeah. But now I'm like, wow, that's really great. That's really cool that I got to do those things. You know, being able to share that with my family. Yeah. Like my dad. I think other dancers have also noticed. He's like the dance, like the dance dad. Yeah. Like we actually just had a dance festival. Yeah. Dance in the Desert. I've been doing that for like several years, since like 2017, I think. I want to say. I haven't always shown my work, but I've always danced in something. My dad, I mean, my family comes and supports me. I had family from Mexico visiting. I had my friends supporting me, you know. And it was really great. I was like, oh my gosh, all of these people came out to see me and my work. And like see me dance. And yeah, my dad was one of them. He travels for work, but he always makes sure to like be there for my performances. And he bought one of like the Dance in the Desert t-shirts, and he had like a matching little like cap, and he was like this, like recording the whole time. When we were doing like the choreographers Q&A, and he was like this the whole time. And other people, and they were like, oh, your dad is so cute. So just I think I'm really privileged in that sense.
Yeah,
of like
to have all this support.
Yes, and not just from my parents, like from my friends. You know, it's been really great, and like seeing them there in the audience, like, oh my gosh, all of the support that I have. Yeah. And like I think that's also been one of those highlights. You know, recently, the most recent, like seeing like all of the people that came out to see me and like to support me. I was like, oh my gosh. At the end of the first night, I came out into the lobby. Everybody was like, and it was for me. I was like, oh my gosh, it's kind of embarrassing, but also like, wow, like all these people are here to see me. So it's really, it's just being able to.
It's like a nice reminder that you are really talented, and you are. And
thank you.
And I'm gonna put all her social media stuff so you guys can go and stalk and see, because like her work is really like beautiful to watch. And
thank you.
So every time you share, it's just like wow. Yeah. So,
and that's even though you're so far away most of the time, like whenever you comment, I'm like, oh, my heart skips a beat. I'm like, oh,
so good. I'm gonna make sure to put all like her social media on the description bar so you guys can go check out her work. Yeah, I think they need to see it as well. They need to see what everyone's coming out and be like, Harry. Yeah, they need to do that. Okay. What is your dream within dance?
Oh my gosh, like I said, like. Anything art related, I'm there. But I really want to become someone that is known as a established choreographer. Okay. Obviously, I want to keep dancing, like no doubt. Like I love dancing and love performing, but choreography is really important to me. I love sharing my work and like
it shows.
Thank you. And putting it on other people and just being able to share that. Like I said, like when I was little, I put on productions, and I think that still translates to today. Like I love being on stage and everything, but I also love being behind the camera. Like literally, and you know. Like I love like being like someone who like actually films. But I also like love, you know, being like, okay, how can I design this costume? How can I look at the scenery, the lighting, all of those things. I love doing everything, so I really want to establish myself as a choreographer, not only as a dancer but as a choreographer. And you know, I not to like put myself like, I'm so like different, but my work is a little bit different than what you usually see,
and like in a good way.
Thank you. Thank you. You're showering me with compliments.
Receive your flowers.
But so I think you know, it can be good and hard in a way, because you know, not everyone's used to like my style, my work, so sometimes it can be like, oh, that's a little bit weird, and all of those things. But the people who see it and they're like, oh, that was weird. Like I love it. Really
it's so weird, it's so good.
So and I want people to see that, and I think that people that do see that like in a positive way, you know, it's like one of those things that they're like, oh, if you have a, you know, I'm not a singer or anything, but like people are always like, if you have a really great like core fan base, even if you're like weird, blah blah blah, they will be loyal to you. And I think I have seen that just from the support that I've gotten, you know, like the people who see me like really see me and really encourage me, even though like, you know, I'm not like a huge known choreographer. Like the people who like have seen my work and like see that are excited for me. And I love seeing it, and I love them, you know, like just being super supportive of me. So I really, that's one of my main goals. Like no matter what direction I take, even if it's, you know, whatever it is.
The accordion.
The accordion, exactly.
It's gonna make you come back.
I'm gonna be like, woo. Next time you're interviewing me, I'm gonna be like this. But no, I really want to establish myself as a choreographer. Like I said, even if I keep on teaching, you know, I've like I said, I've fallen in love with teaching. That's something that I'm like, maybe I should make it like a full, you know, like a career, like even if it's not through dance. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But I definitely want to keep dancing, definitely choreographing. That's like I said, one of my main goals in life. I love sharing my work and putting it on other people. And seeing them dance it, I'm like, oh, yes, it's so inspiring to me. And you know, have it come alive. So,
I see that for you, and I pray that it works out, and we'll be here liking from miles away and sharing and everything. Okay.
Thank you.
My favorite part of the conversation.
Okay.
Quick fire questions.
Okay.
So, I'm going to ask you dance-related questions. Answer them as fast as possible.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy because I'm an overthinker.
I know, me too. But you can change your mind after when we're done. Okay, you ready? Dancer or dance instructor?
Ooh. I don't know. Dance instructor.
Would you rather live stage performances or films?
Ooh, live.
Freestyle or choreography?
Oh, freestyle. I love improvisation. You know this.
Would you rather teach kids or adults?
Oh, I teach everything.
What would you prefer?
I guess kids, because that's my main focus right now.
What's your favorite song or artist currently?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Duets and cheers or a large group of dancers to work with?
Oh, I honestly haven't had a lot of experience with a lot of group of dancers, so I guess smaller.
Okay, if you could vacation anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Holland.
Oh, interesting. Favorite style of dance?
Modern.
An international artist you'd like to work with?
Actors?
An international artist you'd like to work
artists.
with?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. This is totally like left field. William Forsythe.
Okay. What would you be in another life if not an artist? If not a dancer, if not a creative?
Educator, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a regular educator, not.
Yeah. Okay. I like how you thought about all the questions. I see you overthinking. It's like dance instructor. Who?
It's because I actually just had a conversation with my parents about this. There's so many things in life that I enjoy.
Yeah, okay, so that's what makes it a bit harder.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, favorite color.
When my students ask me, what's your favorite color? I'm like, actually, I have 4. Pink, yellow, purple, and green.
I'm like, these are that. You're like, well.
I know, like, it's because there's so many things in life that...
don't limit yourself. I like it. Don't limit yourself.
But it's just funny, I know, just in this... in this context,
Thank you so much for sharing your dance story with us. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And before we close out, let them know where they can find you online.
Okay,
so they can go stalk you.
Okay. So I actually do have my own YouTube page. I should post more on there.
Yeah, I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, so you can see my full work there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you know on Instagram sometimes you post some of the work but not the full thing. Yeah. You can find my full works there.
What's your YouTube handle? Or YouTube channel?
Ariadna Ramirez.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my Instagram, which is also has a link in my bio for one of my most recent works. Well, recent. Yeah. One of my proudest works, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I did at UNLV. There's a link there which will take you directly to my YouTube. But my Instagram handle is ariadna.arc.
Okay. Do you have TikTok, Facebook?
I do have TikTok. Actually, I want to start posting more on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my goals for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
To post more on TikTok.
Okay. So right now, YouTube and Instagram is the best place to find your work.
Yes.
To find you.
But when I finally post on TikTok about dance and all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be able to see that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed that conversation as much as I did. We've never talked about this before, ever.
No, which is crazy.
Is strange, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, dancer friends, keep creating and sharing. Bye.